It looks fine from here, doesn't it? Toronto's beloved Gardiner Expressway, the best fixer-upper in the world. Well, can you believe that the work on this thing has only just begun? It provides a clear path from the DVP to downtown, but it's still crumbling. The concrete slab in the sky, known as the Gardiner Expressway, is now set to start a major rehab after years of falling apart. And it means closing down a major off-ramp just to start.
Real concern is the elevated section. As I said, it's nearing the end of its service life. This section between Cherry and Jarvis Street is priority one for us. And so once that project is underway, we expect to have all that work completed by the end of 2020.
And yet it's the first of 7 stages of work to be done over a decade. More than 50% of the city's entire state of good repair budget for the next 10 years is dedicated to the Gardiner Expressway. That's $2.3 billion. A portion of that, the city's former chief planner once argued, should be torn down completely.
The eastern portion of the Gardiner moves only 3% of morning commuters. So we've got an efficiency problem here. We're spending a tremendous amount of money on infrastructure that really doesn't do the heavy lifting.
We had an ongoing and bruising debate about what to do with it, whether to leave it up, whether to move it, whether to take it down. And this needs to fit in with that bigger picture. How much are we spending to keep an asset in place that may ultimately be moved or taken down?
5 years ago, the city was debating what should be done with the small section of the Gardiner east of Jarvis, whether to continue with the fixes, level it, or reconstruct it altogether. City Council chose a hybrid version of what exists today, moving the alignment further north. That project is still in the early engineering stages, and an actual schedule still isn't known. The last estimated cost was over $1 billion. Drivers already had to endure the closure of the Gardiner's corkscrew exit eastbound at York Bay and Yonge a couple of years ago. Now, more chaos to go along with the questions that still exist.
Our challenge here is that we've been in a bit of a limbo land. We haven't had a clear vision for the future.
If it's not already confusing and frustrating for everyone, we also found out today that while this work is going on the westbound off-ramp to York Bay and Yonge, there will be at least a dozen times over the course of July that the on-ramp to the Gardiner from Jarvis will also be closed overnight as well.